seeded. Being seeded means the 4 top teams, they go out of the balls first. That means the others then get drawn that way, right? So the second place teams get drawn against the top teams.
Also, Thomas, there's a psychological advantage. You know, you're playing against the best team on the continent, the holders, Ahly, by beating them and getting the advantage and being number 1. You already put the other teams on the back foot because the fear would be there that Pirates is topping the group. So the psychological factor is also very, very important.
The 6th Champions League encounter between the two sides threatens to be one of the all-time greats if it gives us everything that we expect from the quality players that are out on the field. Our commentators are standing by. Let's get to them.
Let's bet on Africa. 1xBet.
Here, we're known for our sense of service. It's all about finding ways to support you. Day after day, doing everything we can to be useful and providing energy in all its forms. Everywhere, every time, all across the continent.
Big venues in Africa and African football is the Cairo International Stadium, and it is the venue tonight for Orlando Pirates' bid to finish top of Group C in the Champions League. If they avoid defeat against the mighty Ahly, the Buccaneers will finish above the defending champions in the standings and get a more advantageous draw next month for the quarterfinals. Welcome everyone, live coverage here on your World of Champions of the Buccaneers away in Egypt against the mighty Ahly, and a warm welcome to William Shongwe alongside me. A venerable stadium. William, you've played here before, you've felt the atmosphere, the cauldron that is the Cairo International Stadium.
It's massive, Marcus, and just the presence of these people in the stands on its own before you even get into the field of play. It's massive against a history against a team with such a rich history. You're talking 122 cups won in all competitions. That is massive. I mean, Pirates are even 30 years younger if you talk about the way Ahly was founded. So this all brings this game to such an atmosphere that it's a must win. All that history means nothing if Pirates, if Ahly doesn't win this game, and it builds nothing for Ahly. No advantage. It's Pirates' game to win according to how they've come far in as far as their performance level is concerned. So we do look forward to our Pirates actually finishing higher than Ahly come the end of this afternoon.
These days in Egypt, of course, security demands are such that not all the games do they allow a full house of tickets, and it is a restricted audience for tonight's encounter. That'll play a part perhaps for Orlando Pirates. It's not as intimidating as it might be with a full house at the Cairo International Stadium. The permutations tonight are pretty clear. Orlando Pirates, if they avoid defeat, will finish above Ahly. Both sides have already booked their place in the next round. But of course, for the quarterfinal draw, if you can finish top of the group, you go into one pot, and if you finish second, it's another. And so Pirates looking to perhaps avoid their compatriots, Mamelodi Sundowns, who must be fancy to finish top of their group, because they will achieve that tomorrow night if they win against Royal Armed Forces from Morocco. Pirates are the only team in the history of African football to have beaten Ahly twice at home. 3-0 win in El Gouna in the Champions League. It was in the group phase. The two teams met again in the final. Ahly extracting their revenge and winning the 2013 edition of the Champions League, one of the 12 that they have taken. And then, of course, in 2015, in the Confederation Cup, in the semi-final, the second leg, Pirates had won the first leg 1-0 in Johannesburg. It was a slender lead that they took to Cairo. They were 2-0 down, fought their way back to go 3-2 up, 3-3, and then Thabo Regale scored in stoppage time. So stakes are not really that high. It's an opportunity just to lay down a marker.
They say winning is a habit. You can build it along the way, and of course beating Ahly will go a long way in creating that wave into and fear to the opposition, whatever that they will come up against going forward. It's a big statement. It's an opportunity to make a very, very big statement for Orlando Pirates.
There's confirmation of the match officials. Kosinati Sibisi with Ravi Rabia, the two skippers.
Both number 5s.
Two centre-backs leading. And the customary picture as well with the match officials. I think only the referees collect those pictures, nobody else. Certainly not the players. And yeah, the small smattering of Ahly fans who've been allowed into this Carnival Stadium to support their side. They'll make a lot of noise still.
It's a really unfortunate scenario because every team that plays at home, they expect the 12-man factor to come in their favor. And for Ahly to miss that, I think it's a big misfortune on their part. But regardless of that, that's what it is. They still need to be the great Ahly to go through.
Well, we're waiting just to see if we get the captions from our host television broadcasters in Egypt for today's encounter. I'm not so sure we're going to be able to show you the teams, William, so it's perhaps pertinent that we go through them together for our audience. Al Ahly with a couple of changes. We mentioned Shobir in goal. They're also getting an opportunity here to Karim Walid, as well as Omar Al-Sulaya in the lineup. 3 players then who've not seen much in the way of action. Orlando Pirates, as the game gets underway, have made a couple of changes too. At right back, Lebitso comes in. Van Rooyen out injured, as is Monyane. Shandu still working his way back, so it's almost the 4th choice right back gets his opportunity, and Lebitso's only just come back from injury himself. Nkota has been rested today. Mahopa gets the nod ahead of Mabasa in the attack.